I remember the first day I heard English. It was a sunny day. I was 7 years old. My father brought home a small radio. He switched it on. A new voice filled our home. It spoke in a language I did not understand. It was English. The words were strange but also beautiful. I felt curious. My father noticed my interest. He smiled and said, "This is English. It is very important language." He explained how many people around the world speak English. He told me learning English would open many doors. I felt excited. I wanted to learn more. Tips to my first English class. Soon after, my parents enrolled me in an English class. I was nervous but also easier. My teacher was kind. Her name was Mr. Smith. She had a warm smile. She welcomed us all with open arms. Our first lesson was the alphabet. Mr. Smith showed us colorful pictures. Each picture had a letter. A is for apple, she said, holding up a red apple. We repeated after her. A is for apple. We did this for every letter. By the end of the class, I could recite the entire alphabet. I felt proud. Tips 3. Learning new words. As day went by, we learned new words. Mr. Smith used games and songs. This made learning fun. We learned words from four animals, colors, and objects around us. I loved learning new words. Every new word felt like a new friend. One day, Mr. Smith brought a big book. It was a picture dictionary. It had pictures and birds for anything. She showed us how to use it. I spent hours looking at the pictures and learning new words. My favorite word was beautifully. It sounded so pretty. Tip 4. Speaking English. Learning words was fun, but speaking was a changes. I was shy. I was afraid of making mistakes. Mr. Smith noticed this. She encouraged us to speak. She said it is okay to make mistakes. Mistakes help us learn. Be practiced speaking in Paris. My parents was Sam. He was also shy. We helped each other. We took turns speaking simple sentences. My name is, I would say, my name is Sam. He would repeat slowly. We gained confidence. Tip 5. Reading English books. One day, Mr. Smith gave us a surprise. She brought a box full of books. They were simple stories book in English. She said reading will help you learn faster. I picked a book with bright cover. It was about a cat named Tom. Reading was hard at first. I had to look up many words, but I did not give up. The more I read, the easier it became. I started understanding the stories. Reading become my favorite activity. I would read a book every night before bed. Tip 6. Writing in English. After reading, the next step was writing. Mr. Smith gave us notebooks. She asked us to write simple sentences. At first, I wrote about my family. My mother is kind. I wrote my father is strong. Writing helped me remember words and sentences. Mr. Smith checked our notebooks. She corrected our mistakes. She always wrote kind notes like well done or good job. This encouraged me to write more. I started writing short stories. They were simple but made me happy. Tip 7. Watching English movies. One evening, my father brought home a DVD. It was a movie in English. He said, watching movies will help you learn. The movie was about a brave lion. At first, I did not understand much, but the pictures helped slowly. I started understanding more. Watching movies become a family activity. We watched cartoons, fairy tales, and adventure stories. Learning to English being a speaking helped me improve. I started picking up new words and phrases. It was fun and educational. Tip 8. Making friends with English speakers. My school had an exchange program. Students from English speaking countries visited us. They stayed with us for a week. I was excited but also nervous. I wanted to make new friends but worried about my English. My new friend was Emma. She was from England. Emma was friendly and patient. We talked about our favorite things. She taught me new words and corrected my sentences. Spending time with Emma improved my English skills. I realized English speaking could be fun. Tip 9. Writing letters. Emma and I decided to keep in touch. We wrote letters to each other. Writing letters was great way to practice English. I wrote about my daily life, a school and friends. Emma wrote about her life and England. Receiving her letter made me happy. Each letter was a lesson. I learned new words and phrases. I also learned about life in another country. Writing to Emma improved my writing skills. It also made me more confident in expressing myself. Tips 10. Using English in everyday life. My parents encouraged me to use English at home. We started using English words for common things. Please pass the salt. My mother would say, good night. I would reply. This daily practice helped me become more fluent. I also used English at the market. I greeted the shopkeepers in English. I asked for items in English. At first, it felt strange, but soon it became natural. Using English in everyday life made a big difference. If you all are like this way to learn English or a story, so please like and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.